Welcome to class, everyone. My name is Yahaya, and very excited for today's class. It's an intermediate level flow, good for everyone. So beginner, advanced, get ready to move. And we're gonna get started in a seated posture to settle down into our breathing and get ready for class. I'll see you there. Good, start to focus on your breath. And along with this breath focus, lengthen your spine. Good, if your eyes aren't closed already, I invite you to close your eyes. And press evenly through your seat, both right and left side. Feel connected. Good, and notice the movement that happens while you breathe, your lungs expanding and compressing. Good, and even though your eyes are closed, try to hold your gaze steady so you can look between your eyebrows so that your eyes aren't wandering around in there. Good, we're here for about 10 more breaths. Good. Sit nice and tall, but also find some softness and relaxation in your seat. Awesome. Have about 3 more breaths here. Good. Bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest. Bow your head. Have one more deep breath here. Good, release your hands back to your knees, open your eyes, and let's begin to move. You can transfer into your downward facing dog. Good, right away, look between your feet or maybe up towards your belly button. Good, this is the first downward dog, so feel free to bend your knees. Your heels do not have to be anywhere close to the mat. But make this nice and active by pushing through your hands. Good. Take one more breath. Good. As you breathe in, shift forward to plank. Good, and breathe out, go back to downward facing dog. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, come forward to plank. Try to stack your shoulders over your wrists. And then go back, downward facing dog. Good, breathe in, shift forward. Feel the weight transfer to your hands. Good, press into your palms and your fingertips. Distribute the weight. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good. One more time. Breathe in, go forward. Keep strength through your entire body. And go back, downward facing dog. Very good. Nice. Separate your feet nice and wide, probably as wide as your mat, and walk your hands to the back of your mat. Come into a ragdoll position. You can allow your hands to dangle or hold your elbows. Good. And here, keep a pretty deep bend in your knees. Good. Feel the connection of your belly and your thigh. About 2 more breaths here. Very good. Keep your chin tucked in and take your time as you come up to stand. Good. Once you're standing, step to the top of your mat. Mountain pose. Bring your feet together, big toes touching. Face your palms forward and take a few breaths here. Good. Let's get a few sun salutations in to warm up. Inhale, take your hands up, look up, really expand here. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Tuck your chin, step your right foot back and drop your back knee, lift your chest. Go back to plank position. Use your exhale to lower halfway down. Untuck your toes and lift your chest. Go back, downward facing dog. Good. For this first one, let's take one breath here. Look between your hands, step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee, breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, take your hands up, connect your palms above your head, look up, open your chest. Come into prayer at the center of your chest, release your hands beside your body. Good. Inhale, take your hands up, expand. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot back, drop your back knee, lift your chest, and go back to your plank position. Good. Use your exhale to lower halfway down. Nice and strong here. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. Go back, downward facing dog. Nice. Have a breath here. Look forward and step your left foot forward. Drop your back knee, lift your chest. Exhale and forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, take your hands up. Exhale, release your hands down. Good. Breathe in, take it up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back, drop your back knee, breathe in. Go back to your plank position. Lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. Go back, downward facing dog. Very good. Step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee, lift your chest. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, take your arms up. And release your hands down. Very nice. Let's continue. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back, drop your back knee, lift your chest. Back to your plank position. Lower halfway. Keep your elbows hugging your ribs. Inhale, lift your chest. And back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Drop your back knee, breathe in. Use your exhale to step forward and fold. Good. Tuck your chin, let your head go. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Good. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back. Drop your back knee, breathe in. Go back to plank. Lower halfway. Untuck your toes. Inhale, hover your knees and your thighs, soften your shoulders here. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Good. Keep your navel engaged. Pull it in towards your spine. Bring your hands to prayer and beside your body. Good. Last side. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back. Drop your back knee. Lift your chest. Go back to plank position. Halfway down. Untuck your toes. Lift your chest. Go back. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Drop your back knee. Lift your chest. Step into a forward fold. Inhale your hands up. And bring your hands to prayer and beside your body. Very good. Take a pause here, one breath. Good. Let's continue with Sun Salutation B. We'll do 3 rounds. Bend your knees, bring your hands down in up chair pose. Use your exhale to straighten your legs and fold forward. Come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Step back to your plank position. Exhale halfway down, untuck your toes, lift your chest. Go back to downward facing dog. Look forward, step your right foot forward. Bring your back foot flat, come up warrior 1. So try to have the front of both hips facing forward. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back to your plank, lower halfway down, untuck your toes, lift your chest, back to downward facing dog. This time step your left foot forward, bring your back foot flat, come up warrior 1. Good. Exhale, plant your hands straight into your chaturanga, halfway down, untuck your toes, lift your chest, back to downward facing dog. Here, take 5 breaths. Right away, feel your feet and your hands, feel that connection. From there, find your gazing point between your feet or maybe up towards your belly button. Good. Keep your navel pulled up towards your spine. Stay engaged in your core. Take 2 more breaths here. Good. Look forward and step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward and bend your knees. Come up for your chair pose to finish. Exhale, come up to stand and release your hands. Good. Let's get the number 2. Let's get number 2. Bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, stand and fold forward. Come up halfway, lift, lengthen. Go back to your plank position and straight into your chaturanga. Halfway down, untuck your toes, lift your chest. Go back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, maybe a little closer to your right hand. Bring your left foot flat. Warrior 1. Good. Press your palms above your head. Now head to your plank. Plant your hands. Lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. And a downward facing dog. Let's get the left side. Left foot forward, a little closer to your left hand. Bring your back foot flat. Warrior 1. Good. Press your palms. Use your exhale to plant your hands and go straight into your flow. Halfway down. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. Meet in downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Good. And as you start to loosen up, you can start to work your heels to the ground, but they don't have to touch the ground. Most important is that you're keeping your spine long, core engaged, and drive your hips back. Take 2 more breaths here. Very good. Look between your hands, walk to the top of your mat. Come up halfway, breathe in, and exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, come up to stand and release your hands. Good. As you inhale, bend your knees, take your hands down and up. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold forward. Come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Make your way back to your plank position. Good. Keep your elbows in, come down halfway, untuck your toes, lift your chest. Back to your downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, bring your back foot flat. Warrior one, keep bending into your front knee. Plant your hands straight to your flow. Lower halfway down, nice and strong. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. Keep your shoulders down and go back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, right foot flat behind you. Warrior one. Good. Come down, straight into your flow. Good. Keep focusing on your breath. Back to downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Good, and your entire body should be engaged right now. Take one more breath. Look forward, step to the top of your mat. Come up halfway and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Bend your knees, chair pose. Good, come up to stand. Bring your hands to prayer and beside your body. Very good. Awesome. Let's continue here. Inhale, take your hands up. And exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, breathe in. Plant your hands down, step back to your plank position. Lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. Go back, downward facing dog. Good. From here, drop your forearms down. And you're welcome to stay just like this in your dolphin pose. Same principle here. Drive your hips back, drive your chest through. Keep pressing through your palms and your forearms. You can stay just like this. Plenty of strength being built here. Your shoulders are opening. But keep driving your hips back and push through your forearms and your palms. Feel that connection there. As long as you can keep that, you can maybe walk your feet forward a little bit more. And if you're able to go up to your forearm stand, that's also an option. Maybe you're using a wall or someone's supporting you. But most important is that you keep breathing. Well, keep focus on your breath. Consciously breathe. Good. If you went up, take your time to come down. And let's meet in a child's pose for a few breaths. Very good. Start to make your way up and lay onto your back for our shoulder stand. Good. Start a little towards the top of your mat so there's room behind you. Once you're on your back, use your arms to help you lift up and take hold of your lower back. Nice. Point your toes here. Try to lengthen your spine up. My hair is in the way over here. Take this hair out. Good. Lengthen up. Good, and breathe. Should feel your shoulders connected. Engage your entire body. Awesome. Keep your feet engaged. Keep pointing them As you go back to your plow pose, good, take your legs towards the ground. They might not touch the ground, that's okay. But if you can, go for it. Should get a gentle stretch in the back of your neck. I also feel a nice stretch in the middle of my back. So yeah, there might be a challenge, but it should feel good. It should feel beneficial. Be mindful of that. Take one more breath here. Good, gently make your way out. You can roll out of this. Straighten your body out. And rest for a couple of breaths. Very good. Next up is fish pose. Bring your hands underneath your body. Good. Keep pointing through your toes as you lift your chest up. Take your head back. So you're trying to bring the top of your head to the mat. Keep pushing through your forearms. Lift your sternum up. And we are here for 3 breaths. Good. Take your time to come out. Let your arms out and rest. Good. That's such a nice pose to open up your chest, your neck, the front of your neck. Good. From here, come up to sit. Let's get a forward fold. Have your feet together, flex your toes towards you, and inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. You're gonna hold on to the outer parts of your feet as you lengthen and fold. Try to get an even stretch through your entire back, your upper body and your lower body. Good. You should feel your seat pretty rooted as you lengthen from there. Good. Inhale, come up. Awesome. And then shift forward a bit and lay onto your back. Bend your knees. Good. Keep your heels as close to you as you can and rest your arms beside your body. Let's start with some gentle arm lifts to warm up. For our back bends, inhale, arms up. And exhale, bring your arms back down beside your body. Good. Breathe in, take it up. And breathe out, bring it back down. Let's start to add the hips. Inhale, hips and arms up. And let it back down. Awesome. Breathe in, take it up. And breathe out, release it down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale up. And exhale down. Very good. Now let's move into a wheel pose. Options here. If you prefer not to do wheel pose today for whatever reason, lift your hips up, press your shoulders into the ground. And for wheel pose, we're going to start from this position here, which is a bridge pose. Bring your arms beside your head, but still keep your hands shoulder distance apart, maybe even wider if you need a little more room. Maybe bring your heels a little closer. Continue to lift your hips up and then start to push through your arms. Should feel pretty good here. Drive your chest towards the back of your mat. So you're working towards bringing your shoulders over your wrists. Good, keep lifting your hips up. It makes it much easier on your arms. Good, take 2 more breaths here. Now tuck your chin and gently lower down. Good. You can lengthen your legs out and have a little pause here. Very nice. Shift forward and lay onto your belly now. Get a couple more back bends in. Good. Next one, we'll go straight to bow pose. Hold on to your feet or your ankles. Good. Either the inside or the outside. If you're taking the inside like I am, you can rotate your palms outward. External rotation so your shoulders are open. Then start to lift up from there. Good. Try to keep your gazing point steady at your nose or maybe the top of your mat. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Release that down. Rest your head on your hands for a couple breaths. Very nice. And make your way up to sit. Sit on your shins. Have your knees together and your ankles just outside your hips. Just opening up your quads and your knees a bit. This might be enough. If you'd like a bit more, start to work yourself back. And maybe you stop at your forearms. If you have a little more, you can continue to go and lay on your back. Top of your shoulders. Good. So here you might feel a nice sensation in your knee, your thighs, front of your hips perhaps. Good, but nothing that's pain. So the difference between pain and feeling some sensation that's challenging. And it's very important to learn the difference between the two. When you're looking to progress in your physical practice, that's an important distinction to make. Good. Take your time to come out. Maybe start by coming onto your forearms and then gently make your way back up. Good. From here, let's take a gentle child's pose. You can have your knees as wide as your mat, extend your arms forward, rest your forehead. Very good. And let's keep it moving. Come to sit. And cross your right leg over your left. From here, bend in your left leg. And let's twist to the right. Good. Try your best to keep your shoulders down. You can use your right arm behind you for balance. Good. On your next inhale, come back. Straighten your legs out. And we'll switch sides. Bring your left leg over your right. Bend in your right knee. And twist to your left. Good, shoulders down here again. Take one more breath. Come back to center and release it. Very nice. All right, let's continue. You're gonna make your way to your downward facing dog any way you can. And straight away, we're gonna head back to our squat at the back of the mat. Good, so first we'll be in our squat for about 5 breaths or so. Feel free to use a block if your heels are up, or if this is just such a challenging pose for you. It can take time to get back to this, to being used to this posture. That's okay. Good. Feel free to hold still, or you can gently rock forward and back, make this a little more active. Good. Awesome. And this is a pose that your body takes to over time. When we were kids, we did this all the time. I don't know one toddler who doesn't have a great squat. All right, let's continue from here into arm balanced crow pose. If you'd like to work on simply building strength here without lifting up, you can push through your hands your hands can be as close as comfortable to your feet. It can be a little bit away so you have room to move into. But start to shift weight into your arms and feel your knees connected to the back of your arms. Good, and play with putting a little more weight into your arms. Find a spot where you're gonna hold and build from there. If you have a crow pose, if you're able to get it up, go for it. Good, and have a few breaths here. Good. Take one more breath. Once you're done, come down back to your squat position. Good, and plant your hands down. Walk out to downward facing dog. Good, have a deep breath here before we continue to move. Look forward between your hands and take your time to get into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Come up halfway, lengthen your spine. So let's stay here for about 3 breaths. Shoulders back, look forward. Good. Basically making your torso like a table. Take one more breath. Use your next exhale to fold forward. Inhale and take your arms up, connect your palms above your head, look up. Bring your hands to prayer and beside your body. Good. Separate your feet, probably hip distance apart. So hip distance is simply about 2 fists between your feet. You can measure that if you'd like. Not really wide. Good. From there, bring your hands to your hips and use your exhale to fold forward. Feel free to have a slight bend in your knees to help keep your spine long. Once you fold it as far as you can, now hold on to your big toes with your index, middle, and thumb fingers. Wrap those 3 around. Gently pull and fold. Release the top of your head towards the ground. Nice, and you can take your elbows out to the sides here to create more space to fold forward. Gonna take 3 more steady breaths here. Very good. Take your time to come out, lengthen your spine. Keep holding your toes. Lengthen here. Exhale, fold forward now, release from your toes. Inhale all the way up, connect your palms above your head, look up. Bring your hands to prayer and beside your body. Good. Good. Next up is triangle pose. Take a big step back with your right foot. Bring your left toes in, and now face your right toes to the back of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Good. Feel both feet connected to the ground. Nice even weight in both feet. Try to keep that as you move into your triangle. Bring your right hand to your shin, or maybe grab onto your big toe, with your index, middle, and thumb finger. Awesome. Open your chest. Keep it open. Awesome. On your next inhale, come up to your T position. And let's go into a balance half moon. You can reach your arm forward, lift your left leg up. So your right hand is about a foot away from your right foot, just to give that space to move into. Keep flexing your left foot. You can also bend and extend, kind of play around with it here. Or bend it and try to hold on to your left ankle or your left foot. Keep your chest open, keep your hips open. Good. If you took hold of your left foot, release it. Look down at the ground and gently come back to that T position. Switch your feet to the top of your mat and go into triangle pose. Good. Make sure there's even weight in both feet. Engage your muscles. You can get 2 for 1 here. Build flexibility and strength together. Gonna take one more breath to finish here. Press evenly through your feet. Make your way up. And go for the balance. Half moon here. Release your left hand down. Lift your right leg up. Take your time with this transition, no rush. Good. I like to be on fingertips just to give a little bit more height, but you can also use a block here. Good. And maybe bend and extend your top knee, or take hold of your right foot. Last breath here. Keep your chest and hips opening. Release that top leg and look down at the ground. Come back. Good. Bring your left toes in and step to the top of your mat. Very good. Take a pause here. Nice. From here, let's do one more balance pose here. Standing head to knee. From your standing posture, lift your right knee up, and you're going to interlace your hands underneath your right foot. Good. So try to connect your belly to your thigh as best as you can, and this might be your balance for today. Stay right here. Or you can try to extend your right leg out. Still try your best to keep your forward, as much of a forward fold as you can here. Take your time, and you're going to take your forehead towards your knee. Good. Breathe. And we'll reverse the steps. Lift your head, bend your right knee, and make your way out. Very nice. Take one breath here before we get to the left side. Awesome. Bend your left knee. Hold on to the bottom of your foot. Interlace your hands. Good. And then again, this might be it. Feel your front of your torso and your thighs connected. And maybe start to play with lengthening your left leg out. And maybe bend. Try to get your forehead to your knee. and breathe. Take one more breath. Reverse the steps, lift your head, bend your knee, and make your way out. Good. Bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest. Have a couple of breaths here. Good. Bring your hands back beside you, palms facing forward. Inhale, take your hands up. Let's take one nice back bend here. Open it up, expand. Exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, breathe in. Plant your hands down, step back to plank. Lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. And go back, downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, shift forward to plank. We're going side plank over your left hand. There's the option to drop your left knee down for a modified version. Good. And try to stack your left shoulder over your left wrist. Good. A few more breaths here. Engage your entire body. Once you're stable, you can look up at your top hand. Good. Come back to your plank, take a pause here. And let's go over the right hand this time. Nice. Maybe look up at the top hand, take one more breath. Take your time to come back to your plank and back to downward facing dog. Good. Bring your feet a little closer together. Lift your right leg up. Good. We'll hold here for about 3 breaths. Same principles as down dog. Keep pushing through both hands. Keep lengthening your spine, navel in. Awesome. On your next exhale, come into your pigeon pose. Good. Untuck your back toes. Lengthen your spine here first. You can maybe be on fingertips. Really lift. Lower your hips. Try to lower your hips and lengthen your spine. Good. And then any variation from here, feel free to stay up or lower down to your forearms. Awesome. Take one more breath here. Nice. Start to make your way up. Plant your hands, tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. And let's get straight to the other side. Lift your left leg up. Good. Try to keep the front of your left hip facing the ground. Keep pushing through both hands. And try to lift your left leg up best as you can. Awesome. From here, go into your pigeon pose. Good. Untuck your back toes, lengthen your spine first. Good. And maybe come down to your forearms. Awesome. Take a deep breath to finish here. Soften your hips. Plant your hands. Tuck your back toes. And let's meet in downward facing dog. And last down dog for class. Take 3 more breaths here. Feel free to make any movements that feel good. Maybe pedaling your feet or shifting in and out of plank. Or both. Very good. And let's get out of here. Shift forward to plank. Drop your knees and lay onto your back. Good. Once you're on your back, try to settle down. Soften your shoulders, your hips, your ankles. Good. And come into a happy baby. Good. Hold on to the outer parts of your feet. Gently pull your knees down towards the ground, very gently. You can add a gentle rock side to side. Good. Have one more breath. Any movements? Good. Extend your legs out and get ready to rest. Have your palms facing up. Soften your shoulders. Good. Let the back of your head sink into your mat. Try to soften your ankles, your feet. And we're not here long, but let's make this quality. Let everything go. Got about 5 more breaths here. Continue to soften. Melt into your mat. Good. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Move your head side to side. Good. And stretch your arms above your head. Lengthen your body out. Good. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Hold on to your shins. Good. Really pull it in. Lift your head up, round your body. Good, and rest your head. Keep your knees in, and you're gonna roll over to your right side. Rest your head into your prayer hands. Gonna take about 3 more breaths here. Good, and make your way up to sit. Good, and once you're up, find a comfortable seat and rest your hands on your knees. Lengthen your spine. Have a few breaths here to end your practice. Good. Bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest. End class with Om. Inhale to prepare. Be sure to express gratitude to yourself for your efforts through class. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.